just briefly, many of you have chosen to offer a donation tonight in honor of Lynette and in honor of this incredible performance. And what that goes to is The Haven. The Haven, as many of you might know, is a low-barrier day shelter for neighbors experiencing homelessness in our community. We are open every single day of the year, serving hearty breakfast, basic hygiene products, computers, mail, phone access, really trying to meet people's basic needs while they're working on housing. The other half of what we do are actual housing programs, because housing is both the solution to homelessness and the way we prevent homelessness, right? By keeping people housed. On average, every year, we serve 200 families, either keeping them in housing or helping them access housing and exit homelessness. So pretty amazing stuff, and I think a lot of folks don't know about the second half of what we do. But I am so excited to be along with you here for this performance tonight. Lynette, is a dear friend of The Haven, and I think Judith, Catherine are here as well, and they provide zero balancing to Haven staff and guests and volunteers twice a month here at The Haven for, I don't know where Judith is, started 10 years ago, 12 years ago? 13. Okay, 14, so basically as old as The Haven, as long as we've been open. Minus 1 year, for the records. But I will pass over the mic, and thank you all so much for being here.
I met him on the steps of the theater stage door in Kassel, Germany, in August of 1978. He was exhausted as he had just arrived with his ex-girlfriend carrying all her luggage. Just one of those things he did. My first thought about him was, he looks more like a CPA than a dancer. Well, we danced in the ballet company in Kassel for 3 years, and we honeymooned before we went back to the United States to get married. It was a little backwards, but that's the way we did it. We settled in New York. I had sublet my apartment in Manhattan, so we had a place to live. And we danced, and we took voice lessons, and we worked, and we had a great New York City life. At some point, we started the Dancing Silk Company, and you'll see silk all over the stage, that we painted, and we traveled around the United States selling in wholesale and retail craft shows. And we were married 11 years before children, and we had a beautiful life together. My days are brighter than morning could share my days with you. We moved to Charlottesville after Chelsea was born. Chelsea, my flutists. We set up our silk painting business in our walkout basement so we could raise our daughter. Business struggled. We had a Max, our son. And financially, life got impossible. We bought our first home. We changed careers. Scott started working in the restaurant industry. His hours were long and grueling. I became angry and hurt. We no longer had time together, and debt was crushing us. My nights are warmer than fire coals, incense and stars and smoke bamboo. But nights were warm beyond compare if I could share my nights with you. When the kids were in 4th and 7th grade, Chelsea wanted to sell at the farmer's market here, and Max wanted to make money. By then, Scott was the food and beverage director at Keswick Hall. We both thought, well, this'll last about 3 weeks. We had so much fun as a family. We all had our jobs, and we went as a family every week until, well, I still go every week. I just finishing up my 19th and final year. It put my children through undergraduate school, and I am very proud of my little business. To dance in my dreams, to shine when I need the sun with you, to hold me when dreams are done. And oh, my dearest love, if you'll take my love, then all our dreams are truly begun. I waited for Scott to retire from his very long, demanding job so we could spend time together. We had so much fun when we were young. It seemed that I spent a lifetime waiting for him to have time with me again. On his first day of retirement, he suffered from an abdominal aneurysm. It was fast and it was shocking. And time weaves ribbons of memory to sweeten life when youth is through. But I would need no memories there if I could share my life with you. Now, I want to share my story, come back to my performing arts roots. I gave it up for family and love, and something from the great beyond grabbed me by the nape of the neck and shook me and said, "You're doing this." So here I am. Grief is an odd partner. I never know when it's going to rear its ugly head, but life seems to get darker when I feel it creeping up. Time heals everything. Tuesday, Thursday. Time heals everything. April, August. If I'm patient, the break will mend. And one fine morning, the hurt will end. So make the moments fly, autumn, winter. I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through. What's good about goodbye? What's fair about farewell? You know a broken heart can come from such a broken spell. Your love could bring eternal spring. Your kiss could be a magic thing. Your smile would be a shining light, burning from day to day, more lovely from night to night. But if you should go away, our dreams would go astray. Our song would be a sigh. No one here to guide you. Now you're on your own. Only me beside you. Still you're not alone. No one is alone. Truly, no one is alone. Sometimes people leave you halfway through the wood. Others may deceive you. You decide what's good. You decide alone. Still, no one is alone. People make mistakes. Fathers, mothers, people make mistakes. Holding to their own. Thinking they're alone. Honor their mistakes. Everybody makes one another's terrible mistakes. Witches can be right. Giants can be good. You decide what's right. You decide what's good. Just remember, someone is on your side. Someone else is not. While you're seeing your side, maybe you forgot they are not alone. No one is alone. Hard to see the light now. Just don't let it go. Things will turn out right now. We can make it so. I watched Scott decline. I watched him age. He lost the skip in his step. But mostly, I noticed the sparkle leave his eyes. I was for sure sad, in shock, but I had a ton of anger. I think that has been my emotion of choice throughout my life. I go into anger first when a curveball is thrown at me. I was standing in the bedroom when it suddenly came clear that at last I don't remember that at one time you were here. All that stuff that used to haunt me like your robe behind the door. For the first time I don't notice that it's not here anymore. And I don't remember summer, I do not remember fall. So it's possible December never happened after all. Did we trim the tree together? I can't get the image through. 'Cause I don't remember Christmas, and I don't remember you. Later on, to my astonishment, I did not feel a tug when I walked into the living room and saw the sheepskin rug. All those pesky little echoes, they're all gone without a trace. It was good to know I could grow unaccustomed to your face. And I don't remember Easter or the rainy day we met. Did we really have some good times? Come on, tell me I forget. Did I think that you were springtime? It's all vanished in the blue. And I don't remember Christmas, and I don't remember you. If he wants to leave you, well, let him, said a practical voice in my head. Every sensible girl would forget him, forget him, forget him. So Thanksgiving never happened, and Bermuda's a blur, and I'm not the type to waste time over things that never were. Were you really my obsession till our ship of pleasure sank? No, I guess I must have dreamt you, 'cause the whole year is a blank. And I don't remember crying, and I can't recall your touch, 'cause I'd never be so stupid as to open up so much. Did I really say I need you? No, the words just don't ring true. 'Cause I don't remember wanting, and I don't remember needing, and I don't remember talking, and I don't remember laughing. I do not remember Tuesday, I do not remember April, and I don't remember Christmas, and I don't remember you. The last thing I want to mention about Scott is his memorial celebration. It was at Pippin Hill Farm and Vineyard, where he had just retired from. There were hundreds of folks there. In fact, they had to turn people away. They were just at over capacity. He mentored hundreds of young restaurant workers, servers, back of the house, front of the house. And he really made a difference, and it was a beautiful thing. The last thing after all the stories, readings, and music was Scott singing Over the Rainbow. He had recorded it with George Melvin, who was a wonderful jazz artist here in Charlottesville and all over the world, really. And he was a great friend of Scott's. I also sang Over the Rainbow in our New York City lessons. It was poignant and a wonderful closing memory. 2 years later, on our wedding anniversary, I was in yoga class, lying in Shavasana, the final resting pose. It looks a bit like this. Well, music came on, and it was Over the Rainbow. It was my anniversary. And I started sobbing. I mean, not just boo-hoo, sobbing, gasping. And I don't think I had let it out in those few years since he had died. And then the next year, I was here working. We had our massage tables out, and we were working on, actually, I was working on Ocean, who spoke earlier. And they never play music here, but that one time they were playing music. It was our anniversary again, and what came on? Over the Rainbow. It was a beautiful moment, and I'll never forget. And maybe his voice will come through. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and those dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me.
The dating me.
Dating took on a whole new life that needed some adjusting to. But it certainly was more welcome than the grief thing. It took me at least 3.5, maybe 4 years to feel lonely because life was so hectic, raising the children thing and the husband thing and the food thing and the running the business thing and the thing and all the things. along with all the other things. It was fun and funny at first. It took some time to figure out and learn this oh so bizarre dating ritual. Let me tell you about a few of the fellas I've dated. I've written you a song, a beautiful routine. I hope you like it. My technique can't be wrong. I learned it from a screen. I hope you like it. I've studied all the rhymes that all the lovers sing. And just for you, I wrote this little thing. Early on, I went out on a date with a farmer friend. Let's call him George. I knew him from the city market for many years. He asked me out several times. I said no, but I was looking for a little company, so I said yes. He picked me up 45 minutes late, and it was a 25-minute drive to Crozet. It was pleasant enough on the drive. We chatted, about this and that and the other thing. And when we arrived, we were walking up to the entrance of the restaurant. He said, "You don't mind if we go to a Shriners meeting, do you?" And I thought, what the fuck? But I said, oh sure, that'd be great. Blah, 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 your hair, blah, 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 above. Blah, 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 croon, blah, 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 love. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, merry month of May. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, meet the clouds of gray. Well, maybe there was a reason for this. I'd get a glass of wine out of it. There were 5 or 6 couples who greeted us. And the meeting part was almost over, what the do-good stuff they do. And I was very grateful. I didn't have to sit through that. And then they asked George if he wanted to buy a raffle ticket, 2 for $5 or 3 for $10. Well, to me, that was kind of a head-scratcher. So George whipped out his $5 bill. He got his 2 tickets, and I thought, well, I'll be a big person. I'll pitch in too. It's got to be a good cause, don't you think? So all I had was a 10, of course, and I asked for $5 back. Well, the Grand Poobah never heard it and gave me 3 tickets. So I paid for my glass of wine then. So then they did the drawing, and apparently the person's name they drew would win the money. Thought, what the fuck? But at any rate, guess who won? The Grand Poobah's wife. Blah, 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 your hair. Blah, 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 your eyes. Blah, 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 care. Blah, 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 skies. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, cottage for 2. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, darling, with you. Well, the experience seems somewhat surreal to me. We had some interesting conversation, and everybody started to file out, and he asked me if I wanted to stay, and I said no. The funky salad and the stress just made my stomach hurt, and I said I'd like to get home. So we piled in his car, and we started driving, and the entire way home he talked about what a shithead his ex-wife was. And he'd been divorced for a gazillion years. I knew that because I'd known him for years. So I thought, geez, it was just odd. At any rate, my thoughts were just get me home. At any rate, he missed the exit. And, I finally got home. I said my thank yous and my good nights, and I was so happy to jump in my bed that night. Blah, 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 your hair. Blah, 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 your eyes. Blah, 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 care. Blah, 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 skies. Tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, cottage for two. Blah, 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 darling, not you. I got a drink after the farmer's market one day with a young fellow. We're talking young. I've known him for years, and I agreed to meet him. It was weird for me because he was putting out vibes that he was interested in me. And he was in his early 30s. He was older than my kids, so I thought, maybe. I just couldn't fathom anyone that young being attracted to someone my age. It escalated as every week I saw him at the market, he would give me a really warm hug. And he was a really awesome hugger. But that wasn't so unusual because my husband, a lot of people hug me at the market. I mean, I've known them for years. It's a very wonderful gift, I think. And our banter started to become very flirtatious and really fun. It was just kind of ego booster for me. I was one of the most flattering gestures I've ever experienced. It was quite frustrating for me as well because he was never quite available. So he did really wake me up to my possibilities, and I will leave you guessing about what, if anything, transpired from this, as I don't want to kiss and tell. But it was delightful and frustrating, all rolled into one. You could drive a person crazy. You could drive a person mad. First you make a person hazy, so a person could be had. Then you leave a person dangling sadly outside your door, which it only makes a person gladly want you even more. I could understand a person if it's not a person's bag. I could understand a person if a person was a drag. But worse than that, a person that titillates a person and then leaves her flat is crazy. He's a troubled person. He's a truly crazy person himself. I could blow a person buggy. You could blow a person's cool. First you make a person feel all huggy while you make her feel a fool. When a person says that you've upset her, that's when you're good. You impersonate a person better than a zombie should. I could understand a person if he wasn't good in bed. I could understand a person if he actually was dead. Exclusive you, elusive you, will any person ever get the juice of you? You're crazy, you're a lovely person, you're truly deeply maladjusted, never to be trusted, crazy person yourself. Crazy person yourself. There was a fellow I really wanted to like. He was a very sweet guy. Let's call him George. We just speak different languages. We met at Chaps, and he was crazy about himself and ice cream. I think the allure for me was that he liked me. I just patiently sat and listened to him talk about himself and all the things he has done in his life and his parents, his siblings, and he didn't talk much about his children, which struck me strange. I am so proud of my children. I could just talk about them all the time. I barely got a word in edgewise, and I like to talk. We dated several times, but his favorite place to go was to get ice cream. It just felt awkward when we hung together. I tried, but I still think he has no clue about who I am. But he was so charming when he talked about how much he loved ice cream. Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way. But together, you and I will laugh at last night one day. Ice cream, he brought me ice cream, vanilla ice cream. Imagine that! Ice cream, and for the first time we were together without a spat. Friendly, he was so friendly, that isn't like him, I'm simply stunned. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? It's been a most peculiar day. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? Oh, where was I? I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way, but together you and I will laugh at last night someday. I sat there waiting in that cafe, never guessing that you were fat. Oh, that you were near. You were outside looking bald. Oh, shit. Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. Last night, I was so nasty. Well, he deserved it, but even so, that George is not like this George. This is a new George that I don't know. Somehow it all reminds me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. For right before my eyes, a man that I despise has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, and strange as it may seem, he came to offer me I had a guilty pleasure. It was delightfully flirty, and there was definitely chemistry. And I know I spent way too much time pondering this person. I think our connection is way deeper than this time-space reality. And in fact, I have had some very interesting out-of-body meditations with this person in my periphery. Have you ever known anyone that you actually feel that you know way better than the brief conversations here and there? I do believe there's some karmic thing going on. I'm quite certain. I also have spoken to him about my meanderings and thoughts on this. I know I have put myself out there more than this person, with this person than anyone I have dated. I know what I know, and we were connected in a past life. I've had glimpses of it. It was for a fleeting moment, a wonderfully delicious escape. Here's to you, my multi-life fascination. It seems we stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you were wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have lived before and laughed before and loved before, but who knows where or when? Who knows where or Lastly, I am a sucker for a beautiful body. After being in the dance world for many years, a beautiful muscle body is a sight to behold, and I would say a weakness. I have known a few older men that have buff physiques, but they think more of themselves and their body than of me. I had a person for so many years, good, bad, and indifferent. Scott was my person. This song reminds me of my sadness in losing my Scott, but it also represents possibility for having a new person in my life that I long to connect with in a new, in a different, a wiser, and deeper, more wonderful way. I put so much thought in the getting ready. Now I know that was the best part. It's so easy to get caught in what I'm regretting. Forget what I got from a wounded heart. And I'm the one who likes gardenia. I'm the one who likes to make love on the floor, and I don't want to hang up the phone yet. It's been good getting to know me more. I've been seeing my old friends in the city, walking alone in Central Park, doing all the things that I neglected. Forget what I got from a wounded heart. And I'm the one who likes gardenia. I'm the one who likes to make love on the floor, and I don't want to hang up the phone yet. It's been good getting to know me more. Well, I hear my own voice. It sounds so silly. I keep on telling my story all around. Everything I lost seems so different. This is how everybody gets found. And I'm the one who likes gardenia. I'm the one who likes to make love on the floor, and I don't want to hang up the phone yet. It's been good getting to know me more. What can I say? The aging process is not kind. I have slowed down some. I see life through a little different lens. I feel the presence of my own mortality just a little more. I mostly feel invisible more and more. I seem to have a waning tolerance for mansplaining and gaslighting. I'm told, even if it's in my own head, to toughen up, tough it out, things will get better. But do they? I like to believe they do mostly. My hair is grayed, although I kind of like that. I don't like losing my butt much or my lips getting thin. And I think my skin's getting wrinkly and saggy, and I just say, no fair! Aging merits redefining what beauty is, but our ads and media dictate something different. Beauty is not for the over 50 crowd. I was impressed with the monologue America Ferrera had in the Barbie movie, defining societal expectations of women. I think it still holds true for us older ladies. But actually, not many give a rip about us as we age. We go into old folks' homes to get STDs. It's like society tosses us old folks aside and dump us in old people's homes. We too long for connection and touch and intimacy and to feel love. I know we can enrich lives for others as older folk, but many young folk are lost in their own immortality to notice us. Our own mortality is quite obvious. Who cares? I do know there are people that care, and I am grateful for them. But this gnawing aging process has really catapulted me into putting this cabaret together. Because I'll be damned to become invisible quite yet, but it does render me insecure at times. So insecurity or not, here I am. Dear insecurity, oh, we meet again. Don't try to flirt with me. You're not really my friend. You take up half my bed, living rent-free in my head. Oh, insecurity. You show up in my mirror, point out the worst in me. You whisper in my ear that my lips are way too thin, too many miles on my skin. If I can't find a way to get you gone, can't we find a way to get along, along, along? We're careless and you're cruel, and oh, you're mindless. Maybe you could try a little kindness instead of hurting me. Oh, insecurity. Now, where did you come from? It just occurred to me that you may live in my phone. Tell me I don't fit in. You push me close to quitting. If I can't find a way to get you gone, can't we find a way to get along, along, along? You're careless and you're cruel, and oh, you're mindless. Maybe you could try a little kindness instead of hurting me. 'Cause insecurity this time feels like love. He's really sure of me. So please don't fuck this up. If you cut in on this dance, I may never get another chance. I'll never find a way to get you gone. Wish I could find a way to know you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. You're careless and you're cruel, and oh, you're mindless. Maybe you could try a little kindness instead of hurting me. Oh, why you hurting me? Insecurity.
that I've worn out the world. I'm on my knees in fascination, looking through the night, and the moon's never seen me before. But I'm reflecting light. I wrote the pain down, got off and looked up, looked into your eyes, the lost open windows all around. My dark heart lit up the skies. Now that I've worn out the world, I'm on my knees in fascination, looking through the night, and the moon's never seen me before. But I'm reflecting light. Give up the ground under your feet. Stand alone for good. Turn and run at the mean dogs chasing you. Stand alone and misunderstood. Now that I've worn out the world, I'm on my knees in fascination, looking through the night, and the moon's never seen me before. But I'm reflecting light.
This next song is for my brilliant son, Max. He's not a man of many words, and I know when I don't hear from him for a time, he's doing pretty good. He calls when he's not feeling okay with life, so not hearing from him I can appreciate. When he came home from his first semester from undergraduate school, he was playing music from his playlist. The next song came on, and not typical of a kid his age or his playlist. He was playing a song that my husband and I would sing in New York at our lessons. And here's a man that is getting his PhD in physics, studying spiraling black holes, and God knows what, that is way beyond me. But I love him and I miss him. I wish he was here, and I know he's doing his thing, and I'm as proud as a peacock for him. But this, I love you so much, Max, and this song is for him. Anyone can whistle, that's what they say. Easy. Anyone can whistle any old day. Easy. It's all so simple. Relax, let go, let fly. So someone tell me, why can't I can dance a tango, I can read Greek, easy. I can slay a dragon
any old week easy. What's hard is simple. What's natural comes hard. Maybe you could show me how to let go, lower my guard, learn to be free. Maybe if you whistle, whistle for me. Chelsea, my daughter, the flute player, was my travel companion, the one who has listened to me bellyache ad nauseum, and my gentle, kind child. You have been there for me more than you can ever realize, and I am forever grateful for you. Although you see the world different from me, sometimes I can touch upon the wonders that you see, all the new colors and music you design. Oh yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child of mine, child of mine, child of mine. Oh yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child of mine. You don't need direction, you know which way to go. And I don't want to hold you back, I just want to watch you grow. You're the one who taught me you don't have to look behind. Oh yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child of mine, child of mine, child of mine. Oh yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child of mine. Nobody's gonna kill your dreams or tell you how to live your life. There'll always be people who make it hard for a while, but you're always so tall. Me smile. The times you were born in may not have been the best, but you can make the times to come better than the rest. I know you will be honest, and you're naturally so kind. Oh yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child of mine, child of mine, child of mine. Oh yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child of mine, child of mine, child of mine. Oh yes, sweet Chelsea, so glad you are a child of mine. To all my friends and acquaintances, and all of you, so many of you have been
totally supportive in my craziness to do this project. I have enjoyed every second. I am so grateful to all of you, my yoga friends, my tennis friends, the farmers market friends, my restaurant friends, and Tracy, Carolyn, my sidekick. Yes, you, Noel. Ben, my sound person. Judith, Gabrielle, Alexis, Howie and Catherine. And this Catherine. This is Catherine Nyes, my awesome. Stand up, take a bow. Without Catherine, I would never have gotten through this. She has been endlessly positive and encouraging. When I was going to deem myself insane and throw in the towel on this project, you have made it immensely fun for me. My eternal thanks to you. This is for all of you. I've heard it said that people come into our life for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I know you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I know you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we may never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. So now whatever way our stories end, I know you have been written mine by being my friend. Like a ship that blows from its mooring by a wind off the sea, by a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I know you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I know you blame me for. And I guess I know that there is blame to share, but none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood.
I've been changed for the better. I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I know you, because I've known you, I have been changed for good. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive, being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive.